We're going live and in YouTube, in Twitch, and in our private Facebook group for the 3x Shopify Challenge. Now, if you're one of my YouTube subscribers and you're used to me, you're used to the Friday YouTube Live, I'm going to make a mild departure here, and I hope y'all will forgive me. You may or may not know, but we're running a live online challenge. We're running a challenge. It starts Monday. It starts in 3 days, and it's specifically for Shopify store owners. And we're going to teach Shopify store owners exactly how we build smart shopping campaigns. This is something that we've actually kind of gotten a little famous for, y'all. Like I've been on perpetual traffic and conversion. We built training and education for a couple of thought leaders in the space. It's actually a lot of fun for us because, I mean, not to self-deprecate too much, but me and John we're just a couple boys from Arizona, and it's weird because we've just cracked the code on this thing. So I'm going to ask for a little bit of latitude and leeway from my people, my YouTube people specifically. I know you're used to us talking about like Google Ads stuff. We're still going to talk Google Ads stuff, but we're going to talk smart shopping specifically, and I will be talking a little bit about Shopify. I also want to be able to do some hot seats. So if you're watching this and you want me to critique your store, if you've got specific questions, if there's something you want to know, if you have questions about the challenge, that's okay. But if you don't, and you just have questions about like e-com, marketing, Shopify, whatever, hit me in the chat. The best that I can do is what I'll do. If I don't know the answer, I'll be as honest as I possibly can be. I see we've got our Facebook users already chiming in. The chat might be a little slow, by the way. So if you're asking a question and I'm not getting to it right away, it's just because I'm using this streaming software that streams to everything, and it takes a minute sometimes. So please start dropping your questions into chat, and I will start getting to them. While we're waiting for people to drop them in, I just want to take just a quick minute. If you haven't joined the challenge yet, please jump over to 3xshopify.com and you can access the challenge for free. And we say this is a $1,000 value. I actually think it's so much more than that, because if you take the amount of money you'd spend to get somebody to run this for you on a recurring basis, it's way more than $1,000. But I do think that if you were to buy a course, for instance, our Google Ads course is $1,000. So this is not a number that we made up. I think it's at least this. This is going to be 3 days of very real value. And I'm really excited to see what y'all are able to do with this content. I mean, you can see some of the case studies we've been able to produce. These are real case studies. My business partner, look at this video. Look at the number of tabs. I don't know if y'all can see that, but if you're actually on the page, look at the number of tabs he's got open. Every single tab you see on this video, let's see if I can zoom in. Look up here. I don't know if y'all can see that. Every single tab is a high-performing smart shopping campaign. Every single one. We were just on a call yesterday. I won't drop his name because I don't know if he wants his name dropped, but Google Ads thought leader that and we showed him 30, 40 smart shopping campaigns. He'd never seen anything like it. He was blown away. So I'm telling y'all, this is content and information that not everybody has access to. And I'm getting some questions. This is awesome. So we got Militia, whose name I now know how to pronounce. Thank you for being here, Militia. Appreciate you. You're awesome. For some reason, Facebook's not giving me people's names, y'all. I'm so sorry. So if you're on Facebook, I'm just going to call you Facebook user. If you want to drop your name into your comment, at least then I can talk to you directly. It says, do you know if I can import my UPC from Clover into Shopify? I don't know anything about Clover. Is Clover... I'm just going to Google that real quick because I want to have that up. So Google has adding your barcodes to your Clover POS. So if you're talking about a POS system specifically, I'm just going to drop this into chat. Here we go. Invite your audience to connect their Facebook to Restream to show their name and picture. I don't know if y'all want to do that. I'm not going to make you do that. So I just, Facebook user number 1 who asked about Clover, I just dropped you a note from a Google Ads perspective. I don't know if it has anything to do with Shopify, but it looks like Google plays nicely with Clover. Ryan says, is there a way to see what keywords or competitors are using? If you went SCAG and then, if you went single key phrase ad group and then looked at your auction insights, in theory, you reverse engineer that to say that they're definitely bidding on that keyword. So inside of your auction insights, Google's only showing you people that are bidding on that keyword. Otherwise, you got to use one of those tools, Ryan. Like we use iSpionage. It's actually pretty cool. iSpionage, SEMrush, SpyFu. I don't know if SEM does it anymore, actually. They used to. But SpyFu definitely does it. I think Ahrefs might. But some of those tools will give you scans. And then I actually have got a buddy who's building a SaaS product. I won't drop his name either. But He's a big deal in the space, and he's building a product that's meant to do exactly that with like amazing screenshots. It's pretty cool. Bohan, nice interview on perpetual traffic. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. You were by far the fastest talker they'd ever heard. I listened to it on 2x and it seemed like 4x. Yeah, don't 2x me. Not to sound arrogant, like, you know, I feel like I'm already on 2x. I've naturally done that for you. I'm sorry I keep messing with my hair, y'all. I'm just like a train wreck today. I'm getting no sleep. I'm trying to prepare for this event, so I'm just super self-conscious right now. That looks like my tab bar. Expect for the smart shopping campaign thing. Yeah, no. So that's what's, I mean, y'all, we have what, example after example after example. Hey, Elva, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you. Yeah, Clover POS system. Looks like Google plays nicely with Clover. I have no idea about smart shopping. Former Clover user, and you should be able to import Shopify. Oh, hey, Therese. So Therese let Elva know. Thank you so much, Therese. So Elva, we just heard from Therese, who says she's a former Clover user, and you should be able to easily import to smart shopping. So which is really cool. Yeah. What are the questions y'all have specifically as it relates to smart shopping? I'd really love to help y'all out in as much as I can. It looks like Bohan's got SEM Rush has paid ads. Let's see what you said here, Bohan. Well, where'd you go? This is so weird, y'all. My stream tool. I can't. Let's see. There we go. My stream tool is showing one chat cut off. So Bohan's saying SEM Rush has paid ads research. I love SEM Rush. They got a little expensive when we cut out SEO. What I mean by that is they made a lot of sense when we were doing hardcore SEO, but as soon as we cut it out, they didn't have enough paid data to justify the expense. I think maybe that's changed, though. I should probably go look at it a little bit more. Curious how many people are watching right now are in the 3x Shopify challenge already. And if you're in it, if anybody wants to do a hot seat, because if you want to do a hot seat, what I'll do is I'll actually invite you to this stream, and I'll invite you as a guest, and then, you know, we'll pull up your site and I'll do a mild critique if you promise not to get embarrassed. Just give you some advice on what I think you can do to like increase or improve your conversion rates, or whatever you think you need help with. So let me know. Drop it in the comments. Let me know if you're interested in a hot seat. I'll hang tight and let some more people trickle in. Looks like we're tracking about 12 live. We were all the way up to 20 at one point, so I'm clearly just boring people to death, which isn't good. Here we go. I've got Therese here. What are you saying, Therese? Sorry, my chat feed is getting super cut off, and I don't know why. I'm going to go yell at restream.io later. Just be like, hey, y'all, what's going on? Daniel's saying, what's the challenge about? Daniel, we are helping people grow high-performing smart shopping campaigns. So if it's based on Shopify, because Shopify has a phenomenal integration with Google Ads. It's really kind of like a one-to-one. Shopify will push right into Google Ads and, set the whole thing up for you, which is pretty cool. And then we teach people how to structure that campaign properly inside of Google Ads. So if you have a Shopify store, it's perfect for you. If you don't, and you just have an e-commerce store, you'll still get a lot out of it. It's not going to be a perfect, one-to-one connection, but you'll still get a lot out of it. And if you're not e-com at all, it's probably not any good for you, and just ignore it. Therese says, if the hot seat is during the challenge next week, I do a hot seat. No, I mean the hot seat's right now. So if somebody wants to do a hot seat, literally right now, if somebody wants to hop on right now and chop it up about e-com, I'd love to do a hot seat. I'll send you an invite. We'll get you all queued up. And if you're embarrassed or shy or whatever, that's perfectly fine too. You're not going to offend me at all. A couple of things that I wanted to mention from an e-commerce perspective. If you took our last 3x Shopify challenge, first of all, the content I thought was fire. And I know I'm not allowed to say that because it was my challenge, but we brought, and it wasn't really even me, it was John. We just brought everything that we could possibly bring to that damn thing. However, we've learned so much since then. So if you took our last challenge, what I want you to know is there's been new learning lessons, and Google has made some major changes, algorithmic changes, compliance changes. And so this is it's more than a refresh. It's kind of like, hey, let's update you on the rules, and then let's also update you on all the things that we've learned. Like, I was encouraging people to split things up into different smart shopping campaigns based on margin. I now know that that's actually, it's still a good idea in some instances, but it's not it's not advisable in every instance. And there are some reasons for that. Smart shopping is not able to spread traffic around, remarketing traffic across products. If you start on campaign A and then you go to campaign B, smart shopping is not able to like switch you back and forth. Therese said, okay, I do a hot seat with my site. I'm a passenger right now going down the road, but let's do it. Cool. Therese, drop your URL into the chat, and I'm gonna go into your site and I'm gonna do a free eval for you. And we'll see what we can do as far as, helping you out. And anybody else that's got a e-commerce site, if you want me to do an eval, drop it into the chat, and happy to do an eval for you. I'm going to do it live. We're going to do it right now. You're not allowed to get offended is the rule. So if you want me to do, a hot seat for you, just can't get sad or mad or any of those things. Bohan says Shopify imports all product variations in Google Merchant Center. Do you advertise all variations, or wait, where'd you go? Or just the cheapest one in Smart Shopping? What a good question, Bohan. So a lot of that depends on your strategy. I like advertising the cheapest one because that's the one that's going to show up, the price that shows up in the feed when the price shows up. And then when somebody clicks over to the product, they can ascend themselves. However, there are some instances where you want to make sure that you're prioritizing the right product based off of your competition. So it has to do with who you're going up against and what your competitors are doing. I like to do the same thing with bundles. I like to have like a single facet of a bundle advertised and then make the bundle accessible inside of that that product grouping. That's a really good part. The other thing too is if you have way too many SKUs to afford a GTIN, a specific GTIN for every individual variation, which is it's a best practice, I won't call it a prerequisite, then definitely advertise the cheapest and only have a GTIN for the cheapest. What happens there though, and this is really interesting, is Google will give the credit to the product that found the customer. So even though you'll see products inside of your Google Ads campaign that have ROAS attributed to them but zero sales, and it's because somebody clicked on that ad and then bought something else, which is something in the way of kind of a data mess. So you want to be real careful. If you're breaking the rules, just know why. We got a Facebook user saying, I've done the trial for Shopify, but was not successful. Just haven't paid my monthly plan because I don't know how it works. I'm so stuck with my boutique because of lack of knowledge. Yeah, we're not. So just full disclosure, we're not teaching you Shopify per se. We're teaching you how to drive traffic to your Shopify store. So if you don't know Shopify or you need help with Shopify, I'd go seek out a different thought leader. Sadly, we're not that dude. I'd love to be. Somebody's saying they're glad we're here. I'm glad you're here too. I can't see names from my Facebook users, but whoever you are, I love you. Lockdown question. We have e-com and physical store. When we were in lockdown, we did pretty good with smart shopping. But now when shops are open again, smart shopping is going down. What local Google ads do you recommend? Well, Google local campaigns, you can bundle those. And we have a company that does shoes. They've got 13 retail locations. And we use their smart shopping campaign in conjunction with their local campaign because smart shopping campaign is such a phenomenal retargeting tool. And so it will actually steal, quote unquote, your retargeting traffic from other campaigns. But run a Google local campaign for sure. Make sure you honestly organically make sure you're building up GMB. If you haven't played with your Google My Business, you absolutely have to. That's a prereq. What else would I do? I'd check out DSA, dynamic search ads, especially if you've got really solid titles and descriptions. And I'm getting some websites to critique. That's awesome. So let's do that now. Let's take a look. I'm going to do these in order. So I'm going to say opalpaws.com. Opal Paws. And the recommendations I'm giving y'all, just so you know, these are based off of my experience as a paid traffic manager. So I'm not critiquing the website from brand messaging, any of that stuff. I'm just letting you know in terms of paid ads, what I think needs to be improved upon. So very first thing about the homepage is there's no call to action. I don't know what you want me to do. I actually like that you tell me what it is. That's pretty cool. But then I also kind of don't see what it is. This might be a bandana, but it's zoomed in. And so, on at first blush, I mean, this could be a pet store, pet food or any of those things. So I would make this like ultra specific from an image perspective. And you also want to use lifestyle images. This is a big mistake that e-commerce store owners make. You want images of people using your product. So if it's clothing, they need to wear it. If it's a pen, they need to use it. If it's a tablet, they need to have it in their hands. There's a reason when you walk through a shopping mall, every single placard you see is an attractive human being making eye contact with you, regardless of what they're selling. There's been billions, if not trillions at this point, of dollars of advertising dollars that have proven this model. You want lifestyle images, especially for smart shopping, because smart shopping it's It's a permeation game. You're going to get hundreds of thousands of impressions. People are going to see you over and over and over and over again. And if all they see is like a sterilized product, that's not going to make the same impression as if they see somebody using that product, because now you allow them to empathize. Empathy is the most powerful emotion a human can experience, and you want to give them that opportunity. And oddly, the highest performing image of all time is a 30-year-old female attractive brunette who's a 30-year-old Caucasian female who's attractive and brunette and smiling. And I realize that, that's maybe offensive or exclusionary or, whatever. I'm not here to support it or tell you that it's right. I'm just letting you know. And watch now, when you see advertising, look, and I'm just talking digital, radio, television, newspaper, whatever, billboards, signs on the side of the bus. Look at how often you're looking at a Caucasian female who's 30 years old, brunette, attractive, and smiling. For whatever reason, that is the image that we've all decided cross-culturally, socioeconomically, geographically, that's the least offensive and most attractive. So if you don't know where to go find a friend that lives as close to that model as you can get and take pictures of her using whatever product you're using. This is true for both men and women, by the way, which is really interesting. I like that we've got product sizes, but at this point, this is very bottom of the funnel, so I need to be able to buy something here. Now, a couple of notes. I love that you've got your shipping information right out of the gate. But this actually might be an objection. What you just did is potentially talk somebody out of buying from you, because if I don't see free shipping, we've all been spoiled by Amazon. If I don't see free shipping and then I see that shipping is $7, I'm going to say, hey, I don't want to buy this just yet. Have them fall in love with your product first before you go throw anything that's objection worthy in front of them. I like that we've got the bundles off, but this needs to be a link. I need to know how to go buy those bundles. So like click here to purchase the bundle. The magazine isn't really a product. These are, what you've got here is cute, but they need to be lifestyle images. Again, putting them on this mannequin doesn't mean anything to me. I actually can't really see it on. So I realized that you don't want a person wearing your puppy bandana, but you could get like, a dog that resonates with somebody. Whatever the dog equivalent is of that 30-year-old brunette that I mentioned, go get that. I imagine that'd be a golden retriever. I like to say. Add to cart. Okay, you did something really good there. I hate when somebody adds to the cart and takes me to checkout. I am still shopping. So if you've got a Shopify store and when you add to cart, it takes you to checkout, realize that you just put yourself in the way of potentially having a higher performing shopping cart right then and there. You got the buy with PayPal button, which is a diluted CTA, but that's okay because people are used to it. Definitely need way more imagery. Different angles, different approaches. And actually, that's another thing. If I'm an idiot, and I don't necessarily know that this bandana is for dogs. Right? Like I realize that can be intuited, but with smart shopping, you're dropping me right on a product page. So maybe this is a dog bandana for humans. So it's for humans who like dogs. So throw this on a puppy. I like that you have a clearance section. One of the issues you're going to run into is you've got a low dollar product, and low dollar products make it tough for you to buy traffic unless you're in a consumable space. So you want to find something else to ascend. And it looks like you've got some content here. You're selling these magazines. But I like your product. I like what you have. I think, they're cute and unique. I imagine you design your own. Get some more product images in there for sure. And then the other thing too, is I'd just be curious how this engages on mobile. But thank you for being a guinea pig. I hope that was helpful. Drop it in the comments, by the way. Let me know if that was like good feedback or if you're just like, dude, that was worthless and you suck at life and I don't like you anymore. Going to my next one, recentco.com, if that's right. All right, so we've got, look at this, call to action right on the homepage. So to my Opal Paws folks, this is, now your homepage isn't going to receive all of your traffic, but this is what we want to see. Notice that interstitial that just popped up, you got to kill that. That happens too soon in the browsing process. It's okay to have it as an exit intent, but I can't land on your website and all of a sudden have a pop-up throw at me. You'll notice that you're going to increase your bounce rate. Oh, it happened twice. You're going to increase your bounce rate significantly by having these pop-ups that happen so proactively. You want to let them scroll just a little bit. I do like that you have shopper bundles. There's some wasted real estate here, though. You can shore this whole thing. Like you could cut that whole thing out. I can still see your products, and you just brought everything up just a little bit. I really like your aesthetics. Like you have a really good ad scent. I can kind of tell, as I go throughout, that you've put a lot of time, effort, energy into the way that this looks, which can be really important. You want to make sure your ads match that as well. Let's go take a look at some of your products. So if I want to look at the whole catalog, how do I do that? That's interesting. So going to the catalog doesn't bring me anywhere. I'll go to an individual product, hand sanitizer. Boom. Wow, there's so much here. This is a little intimidating. from a copy perspective, find a way to break that up. Go look at every Amazon page ever made. Those guys are assassins at this, providing a ton of information, but doing so with bullet points, emojis, arrows, stuff like that. We need some more lifestyle images. What you really need here is mom. You need mom spraying, little boy or girl's hands. Way more lifestyle images from a smart shopping perspective. I need the call to action to buy to be above the fold. I shouldn't have to scroll to buy. So if I want this, and I really like select option, one of each, this is a little confusing. Do the pictures change? And you need the pictures to change with the features. I know that sounds really stupid. You'd be shocked at how many people bounce if they think something, if they can't tell the difference between the two. So 6-pack option, gift to, I don't know what that means. I don't know what gift to means. That might just be that I'm a dummy, if that's, industry specific. And I also don't know what these check marks are now. So am I saying yes to the gift to or no thank you? And why can I say both? I'd fix that. If you don't have reviews, don't have the review CTA. I'd also go fix these social CTAs, and I wouldn't have them here. You don't want somebody to all of a sudden get distracted right when they're about to buy and say, oh, you know what? Let's go check you out on Facebook. So instead, I'd kill this whole thing. And this add to cart, you want the isolation effect. You want people to, this button needs to be important. Notice on my page, the only red thing on the entire damn page is this call to action. It's obnoxious. It's, poorly branded, but you can't not see it. You want to do that with your CTAs. And I mean, you can actually still have really attractive CTAs without, let's go see if they still do it. Boom by Cindy. So this is the gold standard from an e-com perspective. This is Ezra Firestone's company. Oh yeah, look at that. So here's Boom by Cindy Joseph. They do such a phenomenal job, but look at his calls to action. Every CTA is that bright pink. And you see it here, and you see it with the chat, and you see it here. So, and you'll notice, look at how attractive that is. Bam, I do want to shop Boom. I am interested. You know what I mean? You're just you're encouraging them to do the thing that you want them to do. That's what I want to see. Call to action above the fold, multiple images, and wait for it, lifestyle images. Attractive people smiling and looking at me. Dopamine receptor fired. Just did exactly what you're supposed to do. But he throws the interstitial. That's exactly what you're not supposed to be doing, Ezra. Shame on you. He's smarter than I am, and he makes way more money. So if he tells you to do something I'm telling you not to do, you should listen to him. But look at these lifestyle images, y'all. They're not even using the product. They're just holding it, right? But they're having so much fun doing it. This is what you want to see. Really, really good job. And then I can, go over here to my quantity. Now let's see if this takes me to the shopping cart or if it leaves me here. Man, that's a flawed model right there from one of the world's best too. That's really interesting. Y'all, I have the data to prove this. This is where I would actually say I outrank Ezra. You need to let people continue to shop. Buyers are going to continue buying if you allow them to. The minute you take them out of that buying cycle, they're going to jump ship. I really love what you're doing here, Reese & Co. I'd like to be able to see your entire catalog. Smart shoppers are going to be brought to a specific product. Let's go look at something else. Yeah, not enough images. I don't really know what this is. Enchantress what? Is it it's a smelly bag, right? Is this potpourri? Featured botanicals. Maybe it's because I'm a dude, and I don't know if that's going to get me in trouble for saying, but I don't know what this is. That's the other thing. Y'all, let's go look at Amazon real quick. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to look at Amazon. Why did that zoom in? I'm just going to search for whatever it is that we've got here and look at this product title. Okay. I'm not going to click on an ad because I don't want to hurt anybody. I guess I have no choice. All right. I'm going to go cost somebody $1. God forgive me. Look at this person's product title, super robust. This is tea. You're not selling tea, but I'm just letting you know, look at this title. You know what the tea is. You know how much it weighs twice. You know that it's certified organic. You know it's caffeine free. You know it makes 200. This is an amazing. Now I know this annoys a lot of you branding people specifically. You're like, I'm not going to do that. That doesn't look attractive. All right, go take data away from the data. From the machine learning algorithm. I know it's not fun, but this is what we got to do. And then look at the way that they've broken this down. This is really good, and everything kind of starts capitalized, and then they move over into normal case. Let's look at another one. I mean, look at all of these. The Amazon sellers are the freaking gold standard at figuring this stuff out because they have to optimize inside of a closed ecosystem that's so competitive. We've got to do that over here. I'm so sorry, I don't know what this is. It's a bath experience. Are these bath bombs? I don't know. But that's the other thing too, by the way. I actually could be your buyer. I'm married. Mother's Day is coming up. If I want to buy something for my wife, you've gotta write this for someone as dumb as me. So as much as you're laughing at yourself right now, or laughing at me right now, like realize that I could be potentially in your target demographic. And we just want to make sure that we're being as descriptive as possible. Hope that's helpful. Would love y'all's feedback as this goes, by the way. Let me know if I'm dropping stuff that you're like, oh yeah, that's really cool. Or I don't like this guy. Why is he saying stupid stuff? I just need validation. Is really what I'm saying. What is this? Did I do this wrong? I did do it wrong. Hydrangeas. I'm so sorry. So right out of the gate, first of all, I really like that you just did this. I actually don't like that it scrolls, but I like that you've got this prioritized, like, hey, free shipping on all orders over. Do me a favor though, change 100 to 99. From 3 digits to 2, you'd be shocked at how well that actually improves your engagement rate. It's just so funny how stupid us humans are. But you bring 3 digits to 2 digits, and that's going to help you kill the interstitial, kill the pop-up. It's okay to have pop-ups. That's, but have them on exit intent or after I'm done scrolling. I don't like time decay necessarily, but you can. I don't know what you are yet. I imagine you're a clothing boutique. This image isn't helpful to you at all. This one's helpful, but I need to see their faces. So like this would actually be a really good picture. But I can't see faces, and that's the most important part. I know you think the product's the most important part. You're wrong. Go look at any catalog ever, and you'll notice that the thing they're selling in the catalog is so deprioritized from a visual perspective. You're almost like, do they even want to sell the damn thing? But that's what works. People want to see faces. They want to be able to empathize. This is great. This is great. All right, so let's go on my new arrivals. I like that I've got some filtering right out of the gate. And you're doing a great job with your lifestyle images. So really, really, really well done. That's super cute. That's just because I'm a dad. So if I see littles, I automatically am like, oh, let's take a look. Pop-up's cool. What happens when I add you to cart? Okay, not bad at all. It's like, hey, you got it, but you can still shop. That's really cool. I can do the quick view. Why can't I go see like the whole product? There we go. So this is where smart shopping is going to take us because it's all product specific. I like that we have the payment options. I think you're in good territory there, but for everybody else, don't do that unless you have prices that justify it, because you don't want people to sit there financing $12 worth of products. They're not going to do it and waste real estate. I have a way more descriptive title here. You've got really good descriptions on the product, but make this a little bit more visually appealing. I also like the you may also like. I think that's really good. Small, medium, large. I like to see a mild image change anytime we see product images or products change. And yeah, I think you've done a really good job. I like what we have here. I'd be interested in seeing what happens mobily. I also like the emojis in the menu. Just for mom, that's pretty cool. Let's look at a couple others. So some of these, like, I don't know what this is yet. What is that? Pomifera oil. All right, that needs to say that here. Let's go take a look at the actual product, though. Let's see what you did. Yeah, happy sale number 4. Not only do I not know what this is, but Google's not going to know how to sell that. So we need really descriptive. Y'all, if you take nothing away but this, really descriptive titles. Really, really, really descriptive titles. Really descriptive descriptions. And you know what's funny is this is the oil. I don't know. I know I just told you that products can be deprioritized. This is so far off from what I'm actually going to get that I can't even see that little tincture there. So I would prioritize that a little bit too. Otherwise, I love your site. I love the brand. I love that it looks like you got some social proof too, which is really cool. Really well done. Really well done. Let's see who else we got here. Where am I? Take brutal honesty well. That's good. Y'all did a great job, by the way. And so just, golf clap for everybody who actually submitted their website. That's tough to do. Is there a user dictionary someplace? I don't know what I just did. Am I dropping too many acronyms? I'm so sorry. Shahid said, I was running search ads alongside a new smart shopping campaign for a new store. As soon as I turned off the search ads, the performance tanked. What's the link? Oh, so smart shopping takes existing conversion actions and uses them in order to identify who's purchasing from you, and then goes out and tries to find more of those people. So if you ever notice, and that's not just with search, that's with anything. Like we've had clients who turn off their Facebook ads because they weren't performing, and then their smart shopping performance dropped. And all that means is Google was using the Facebook traffic in order to feed smart shopping. So we've had similar issues, Shahid. You just got to fire them back up and then, realize that you have conversion lift inside of smart shopping. Yeah, comment the words you don't know. Let the viewers help. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm using acronyms. It sounds like in jargon. I'm gonna do way better at that. The truth is, I'm not a coach. I'm just a data nerd. I'm a digital marketer. So I'm working to get better as a coach. But I really, really appreciate the feedback when you give it to me. So thank you for the improvement opportunity. That's humbling, and I'm gonna do my best there. Lloyd says, is it better to have all products in a smart shopping campaign or have them separated? I started with just one product in a smart shopping campaign, but now I have 3 products in the store. Yes. So I'm changing my tune. So if you take our education in the past, we used to say, split your products up by margin in separate campaigns. We no longer say that. And it's because if somebody comes into campaign A and they move, or if they come in on a product that's in campaign A and they move to campaign B, we've noticed a diminishment in Google's ability to remarket between those. It's almost like Google doesn't know which campaign to give it to, and it kills remarketing. There's still a use case for splitting products up according to campaigns, especially if you have products that are ultra siloed and you don't have a site that's going to be traversed. If you have products that are very specific and like individual purchase events, but otherwise put all your products in a single campaign. And any products that are too low margin to support paid search, you might want to turn those off. But what we have found is even for low margin products, those end up being the loss leaders that get them in to buy other stuff. So I hope that's helpful, Lloyd. Let me know if you have any others. This is flipping amazing. Thank you. I'm glad somebody liked it. I already know I need my site to be more people-y, no human photos. Empire bites back, fired up. Need help starting my page to get the audience to even look at my products. Yeah, so we're going to have, I've got a special guest coming to the 3X Shopify Challenge, just so y'all know. He's a world authority in Shopify. He's spoken at Shopify, on the Shopify stage. He's been on at traffic and conversion. What else was he's done workshops for digital marketing. He's amazing. I'm not going to name drop him just yet. I will. Don't worry. I'm not shy. But he's gonna come to one of the days. I'm not gonna tell you which day, and I'm doing that because I want everybody to have to show up live the whole time. So no cheating. But he's not only is a Shopify expert, he's a Facebook guru. It's as Facebook and Shopify connect. Some of you already know who I'm talking about, but if you don't, stay tuned because he's gonna help us with Facebook. Really, really, really brilliant cat. Shop Biscuits and Crazy. Let's do yours here. Shop Biscuits and Crazy. What an awesome name that is. So I'm going to fire up my screen share. Your logo is going to be tough from a favicon perspective. I really like how unique it is, but realize you can see the look at Facebook or look at mine even. You want people to be able to identify it if the image is like teeny tiny. And the shape of this probably is identifiable. So maybe I'm wrong and you can just squeeze that down and they won't necessarily see the image on the inside. We've got a pop-up interstitial too that you're going to want to kill. Love your imagery. Y'all, just so you know, you don't need to go out and get like insane 4K images. These are perfect. We've got attractive people riding horses, wearing our stuff, which is great. The fact that it's a clothing store isn't 100% apparent right out of the gate. But again, shopping's going to send us to a product page. So let's go find a product page so I can critique that. By the way, you're going to want to be careful about having sold out products prioritized in your main feed because Google's going to get mad at you. Great lifestyle images. I don't love the zoom that's happening here. You'll notice that I actually thought I was going to be able to page through the image, and now I'm kind of lost a little bit. I don't know that I'd have that unfiltered or filtered because now I don't trust any of your images anymore. So I would take that off and just, if you need a filter to show them what the product's really going to look like, go ahead and show that. I like that we've got our Sezzle thing. I really like scarcity, y'all. For e-com, scarcity is huge. It's huge, especially if you have bespoke products. Really well done. If I want, look what just happened. Oh, the image changed to the home. Okay. This is really cool, though, the change that I'm seeing. And then look what just happened here. If I change from blue to blush, I get to see what blush looks like, and I get to see what blue looks like. That's a small, small, small change that really helps build trust. We're going to need way more descriptive title, obviously. More in the description, too. What's it made out of? Do I even know? No, like we want to see things fair trade, gluten-free. You know what I'm saying? Like just all the tags that people are looking for. Now, this isn't a bad interstitial. I've been on the site long enough. I'm down on the product page. Here's the other thing, though, is sign up and join the Crazy for 20% off. So I think offering a coupon is probably in good shape. I would prioritize that here. I'd say, hey, you want 20% off, ? Let's be friends or whatever. And then you get to sign off. Free shipping, Fast shipping, free shipping, 100% satisfaction guaranteed, and secure ordering. This is really brilliant. You guys, badges these are helpful. Badges for whatever reason, because humans again tend to be. We need things drawn out in crayon. They help build the trust in your site. The one thing that I would do though is I would change these from boxes to actual badges. So we'll do like 100% satisfaction guarantee badge. And if I go to images, there's a huge difference between this and this. Now, I know you say, hey, that's not on brand. Okay, go find one on brand. But if you can find badges that work well for your site, they increase trust and they increase conversion. I love the percentage overlays that you have here. What happens if I add this to cart? Got to kill. So site speed is going to be critically important for you. And that took too long. It took too long. And now where am I going? Why is it refreshing? Yeah, so it took me to checkout. You don't want to do that. You have so many amazing products. What if I wanted to buy one with one thing? And now you're like, no, you go to the checkout. You must pay me money. You're done. You know what I mean? Like, imagine walking into Target or wherever. I don't know where people shop. I'm not classy. But imagine going to whatever store you go to, and you put one thing in your cart, and then all of a sudden an associate comes sprinting down, grabs your cart, and then escorts you to the checkout. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want to do that. Like, I really like the whole, hey, you may also like this. If you know what I mean? Like help guide them. Someone said, can I give you my website? Yep, drop in the chat. Isn't this made by the dude behind Zipify? Yeah, so if anybody saw me pull up Boom by Cindy Joseph, that's Ezra Firestone. He also owns Zipify pages. Really, really, really brilliant e-com guy. Disengage the shopping cart from add to cart jump. Interesting. Yep. And I've got data to prove that if you disagree with me. I know some of you are like, well, I want to. Now, here's the thing is if you got a single product and somebody only buys one of your thing, if you've only got one thing, my dog bandana person, if you say, hey, people never buy multiple, they only buy the one, take them straight to checkout. That's perfectly fine. Digestible chunks. Costum, can you share how we can follow you outside of the 3X challenge? Yes, I can. As a matter of fact, we've got a YouTube channel. So if you're on Facebook right now, go check us out on the tubes. You just go to YouTube and look for Solutions 8. We have 2,000 subscribers. Papa. You can see that I'm live inside of YouTube right now. So this just got really meta. And we shoot a video every single day, and it's all about Google Ads. And it's me, I'm a dork, and my business partner who's also a dork. And we're getting some of our staff in the works too. Regina's freaking brilliant. I love her. So, some of the content is better than others, but we try as hard as we can. We give everything away. We've held nothing back. And if you go through our comments, it's just nothing but I can't believe this is free. So would love to have you on the YouTube channel. And then if anybody wants to hire us, if you actually want us to run ads for you, the disclaimer I'm going to make is we're expensive. But it's because we actually do the work. But you can go to solate.com and you can check us out there. Thank you for asking. I promise that wasn't planned. It was not a plant. Let's see what else. Try YouTube for Solutions 8. Hey, yeah, thank you. It's a good idea to use Amazon reviews to write your copy for your product. Find the keywords your customers use and include them. Bohan, dude, why don't you do this for a freaking living, bro? Just so y'all know, Bohan has been one of my subscribers for a minute, and he drops the most epic value all the time. And he won't let me promote him, and he doesn't have a website, and he won't come do a live with me, and he's shy, which pisses me off because he's so smart. That was fire. Why haven't I thought of that? Yes. So I'm going to read this again. Use Amazon reviews to write copy for your products. Find the keywords your customers use and include them. My mind just got blown, y'all. Google's a search mechanism. It's looking for intent based off of by semantic architecture. And if you're not familiar with the term semantic architecture, it just means what words do people use. And you don't know that. You know your products too well. Your customers are going to define your products for you. And going through your reviews, especially if you have a lot of them, and using those to influence the way your product descriptions look, flipping brilliant. That should be your ads too. Dude, you're making me mad now, bro. You need to be the one doing the live. I need to be listening to you. Awesome sauce, man. Thank you so much, brother, for everything that you do. Tradingmylifeswag.com. Let's do another site. Love this. Immediate CTA. The disadvantage you're going to put yourself in is you are now and forever the discount store. I will never shop here ever again. This actually happened to me. I buy from a company called American Tall because I'm 9 foot tall, in case y'all don't know. And American Tall, when I found them, had this promo running for X percentage off. And now I won't buy clothes from them until that promo runs. So be real careful about this being your thing. Also, don't have scrolling banners. There's something called banner blindness. As soon as I see a banner scroll, and this is everybody, this is ubiquitous truth, they just bounce. So have one hero image and let me see somebody's face. Look at her. She'd be perfect. She's perfect. I just need to see your face. Move this image down a little bit and then put this shirt on her. Would be great. This is great. This could be your hero image. I mean, look at what I'm talking about. You care about this human right now. You land on a page and you see a real live human and you instantly feel empathy. Use this to your advantage. Put it in your hero. Same thing with her. She'd be great. Let's go look at now here's one of the issues you're gonna run into is I can't get to your products. And this makes me think it's a buy button. So you need people to have like the product info without making them think that they're gonna buy it. And I realize that's what this is, but you gotta be real careful about that. So a note for everybody, make sure that folks don't feel like you're forcing them into a sale. This feels like a funnel. Your pictures are so good. I really love all of these. I really love all these. And a note for everybody, if you don't have the ability to take professional photos like this, that's okay. Go out with your iPhone. People don't mind amateur photos. They actually like them. It helps because we've been socially acclimated to them. Now, this needs work. You need to go get those models that you had earlier, and we need to get them to wear those pictures or wear those shirts here for your lifestyle photos. You also want to be real careful about the color change that doesn't change the shirt, because now I know we're just using Photoshop. So, we want to see different wrinkles in different places. Way more descriptive title and description. I'm sorry I'm a broken record, y'all, but that's the thing that you're going to find out is the notes are consistent. Like the things that work for smart shopping, I don't need to rebuild your whole store. People come to me and like, oh, I know my store's not good. And I'm like, no, your store's great. You give me solid descriptions, titles, lifestyle images, and a good enough conversion. Look at that. That's great. So I'm still here. I'd love to see more products that you might be interested in. Keep the conversion train going. And that's all we need to do. What's the checkout look like? We're staying on. Yeah. So sometimes the URL roles, that can cause a tracking issue, just so y'all know. This one didn't, which is really good. And another thing, Shopify in some themes allows you to deprioritize the discount code. If you don't use the discount code, kill this. Because what people do is they'll go Google and try to find a discount code and it'll stop them from buying. Now, if you're using the discount code, obviously make it available. But if you don't use a discount code, crush the life out of this thing because it's going to kill your conversions. I really love your images. Gold standard on images. Super well done. I'd make sure that the products are a little bit easier. It's hard for me. How do I get to maybe that's it. Catalog. Okay. So I think here's what's happening. This is your entire catalog, which makes more sense now. That's the other thing, y'all. Let people see. People are going to jump on your site. If they like your stuff, they're going to want to know what else do you sell? And every site that I've been on right now, I think with zero exceptions, has made it hard for me to see it all. And Shopify makes that really easy, by the way. Have a place where they can see full kit and caboodle with filters. And they can be like, oh, well, I don't want, if you do clothing and appliances and, tech or whatever, which I've seen Shopify stores that are that far reaching, they'll filter themselves really quickly. But let people see everything you've got. And then also be a little more descriptive. I don't know what this means because I don't necessarily know that we're just t-shirts yet. Excuse me. I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much. Here we go. We've got another one. Petzland.net.co. That can't be right. Is that a thing? It is. Wow, I'm a dummy. I'm supposed to be a digital marketer. I didn't know that. Petzland. Love that we've got the puppies. And by the way, I think I misspoke earlier. I told everybody to use human images all the time. I think puppy images are okay, but try to get a human into them. If you can get, mom or dad loving on their pup, that's what people are going to resonate with. So it's okay if you have the dog, but this is good, but I want to see her face and his face at the same time. I don't know why I assumed that dog was a male. I just might have misgendered that dog. Forgive me. Let's take a look. So no call to action on the homepage. That needs to be fixed. Something as simple as shop now is fine. Explore our collection, whatever. Let's go take a look at your products. So explore. Here we go. Banana Cave Pet Bed. That is so flippin' adorable. You are killing me right now. Look at these reviews you have too. 458 reviews. That's unbelievable. Go use Bohan's trick. I'd get somebody to hold this bed because we want to, or get a kid in there. Get something. Get like a human. But the images are great. I'd kill this color selection because you've only got one. And all you did is just identify a loss for me. I'm like, oh, I like blue more than I like yellow, and I'm not going to buy it. Like if people don't have the option to change it, don't make the option available. You can have this in the description. This is a yellow color. But I wouldn't let them change anything. Changing the size changes the price. That's fine. This needs to be more descriptive. You already know that. I like your description. I don't like the way it works with your theme. Look what happens in this right column. I'm sure it actually probably functions well on mobile, but all of a sudden you're losing all this real estate. So there are themes that are going to let you occupy more of this real estate. I like to buy more, save more. but does it do it automatically? Am I going to get that discount? And if I do, are you going to tell me? Yes, good for you. Nice. So sometimes, y'all, if you promise a discount, even if you add the discount to the final amount, if you don't tell them that you did it, people aren't going to know because people don't math good. I'm a good example of that. So I added it to the cart. It opens up here. I'd love to see like other things you might be interested in, because here's the other thing. When I tell people not to take, if I say don't take them to checkout, I also don't mean don't like leave them at the bottom of a funnel that's exhausted. Show them something else they might be interested in. Now, if you don't have anything, take them to checkout, of course. Love the sale tags. I liked it when I click on the product image, it actually brings me to the product. Note for some of y'all, you need to be able to click on the image, click on the title, and this person did this really well. So well done. This is such a good picture too. You might want to prioritize that image for smart shopping because people are going to want to, see. I don't know what this is. That's the other thing, by the way. If you've got a product, like dog toys are a good example. If you don't see a dog chewing on a toy, you don't know it's a dog toy. Could be a lot of things, right? Like could be some embarrassing things. So you want to make sure that you're putting that product in context and as much as you possibly can. Also, I just found out the person who built Petzland is 16 years old. Wow, good for you. What was I doing when I was 16? Eating Cheese Whiz and like not being productive at all. I'm so proud of you. I hope that didn't sound condescending. Good for you. You know what? Email me. We're going to comp you Backstage Pass. Find my email on the website. If you're under 18, I'm comping you a Backstage Pass. And I hope nobody minds me doing that. I think this is just like an important thing for kids to do, like to build entrepreneurship into I'm so impressed. Bohan is saying this converts better than coming up with keywords yourself. Totally agree it. Somebody on Facebook, I have a question. Our website, should we introduce ourselves with a picture as well? Yes. So, I haven't been talking about this as much because I'm trying to go fast, but your second most trafficked page is your about page. So on this page, first of all, I should know you're 16 years old on this page. And I promise you, if you're like afraid, oh no, I don't want people to know, they're not going to trust me or whatever, they're going to be impressed. You're going to inspire confidence in people. Picture of you. You want to see mission, vision, values. People buy from people they like. One of the case studies that I'm going to drop in the group today, it's an interview I did with one of my clients. She has helped 250 women out of poverty through her Shopify store. She's built a multi-million-dollar store for herself, so big success to her. And she's helped 215 women who used to make less than $1 a day. They now make a middle-class wage where they live. They're putting their children through school. They have a normal 9 to 5 where they used to work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, whatever it was. She doesn't tell people that on her site, or she kind of does, but not like, and honestly, a lot of it has to do with she's just like the kindest human in the world and she's super humble. I want to know because I will buy 50 more of those freaking things. Let people know what you're about. Let them get to know you. We actually do this really well on our site. This is an e-com, y'all. I hope you don't mind me using ours as an example. But we've got this amazing team. I've got 40 employees, and they're all unfreaking believable. I hire 1 out of 245 applicants. We hire 0.4% of people that apply. Like my team, they're the best of the best of the best of the best. So everybody has to pick a superhero. And then when they pick a superhero, we write a bio about them. We let you know what's going on with them. And then there's a whole employee spotlight where you get to know, who they are. Patience just got married. Her dad's a famous musician. Her husband's like this wicked smart. I think he's getting his PhD in some sort of environmental whatever. Like amazing. Oh, and she's a musician. Like you just got to know this person. And now guess what? If she had a store, you'd want to buy from her, right? Like you'd be like, oh, I want to support. This is a real human. I want to support this person. She just got married. I just got married. Like now I feel, you know what I mean? Like you can do yourself no wrongs by introducing yourself. And by the way, if they don't like you, try not to curse. Screw them. They're not your people. Move on. You can't make everybody happy. So yes, definitely promote yourself. Great question. Robin J. Burpee, thanks for being here. Also getting purchases from Bing. Yeah. So Bing is phenomenal quality from a traffic perspective. There's just not very much of it. So someday we'll go over Bing. I'm not going to do it now though. Bing conversions do feed smart shopping. I can't say that ubiquitously. Google looks at all conversions solution agnostic. So if somebody comes to your site and they buy, as long as Google knows who they are, and it stands to reason that they know who most people are, then it could potentially feed your smart shopping. So I can't say definitively yes 100% of the time, but I've seen every traffic channel we've ever run, including like direct mail and newspaper, influence smart shopping, because when people come and buy, Google's like, oh, I know who you are. I know what you look like. I'm going to go find more people just like you. Is that where to find costume outside of the challenge? Yeah, go hit my YouTube channel. If you have a banger product with 3 variants, have you ever tried splicing up each variant into their own separate smart shopping campaigns and link back to each variant? No, Josh, you don't want to do that actually, because Google's using it's algorithmic and it's using traffic behavior in order to determine permeation. And so if you have a really good product with multiple variants, when people land on those variants, depending on the one they buy, as long as you have a separate GTIN code for each variant, each one of those could be prioritized itself inside of the same campaign. If you split them up into separate campaigns and somebody goes from one to the other, you actually killed your ability to remarket to them. It's a good idea. Like, I can see you're clearly a wicked smart marketer. It's the rules, the leash that Google puts on us, though, it makes it hard. I have a question. Do you know? Oh, she called me sweetie. Do you know of any paying website that I would just put up my boutique page? I don't know what that means. I'm so sorry. Yeah, forgive me. You have a wonderful page. Congrats to you. Wish you the best success. Thank you. Solutions 8 in the corner of his computer home screen. Let's see. I want to answer questions. I have more than 800 conversions, all in Google. And do you just suggest that I run smart shopping only at maximized conversion or better set target ROAS? I'm scared of it since target ROAS at Google will not give any impressions. Yeah. So what you want to do is you want to run smart shopping for 45 days without touching it. Do not set a target ROAS, even though Google tells you to. Setting a target ROAS is like entering a room blindfolded, not knowing how big the room is, and then putting yourself in a box. And now you can't even you can't even go figure out the size of the room, because now you're inside of this box where you're like, okay, I can't move outside of this box. You won't necessarily be profitable right out of the gate, but you're going to let your campaign learn. So you don't set T ROAS, and then when you do set a target ROAS, you actually want to set it low. And as you increase your target ROAS, your conversions will drop, and then you find the apex where you're like, okay, I'm still making money, and I've reached the apex of my scale. Yeah, congrats on the 800 conversions, by the way. That's amazing. We've got a general store. I've got 5 minutes, y'all, so I'm gonna just fly. Let's fly. How am I doing, by the way? Rate me 1 to 10. 1 is you hate my face and my voice, and you hope you never have to hear from me again. And 10 is you would adopt me. Farada SK. I'm gonna translate this if you don't mind. So we've got an old school UI. My big fear for you is I wonder how this is going to. I'm just gonna do it the cheap way because I don't want to play with Chrome right now. How does? Oh, it does. It's responsive. I'd be curious how well this engages mobily. 60 to 70% of your traffic is going to be mobile, so you're going to want to make sure that you have mobile traffic really well figured out. Speed that site up. You've got a site speed issue, and especially from a mobile perspective. If your site is slow, you're going to lose so many clients. You're occupying a lot of real estate with your header. And then the same thing here. Like, there's so much going on. This is kind of an older school site. I hope you don't mind me saying that. It feels, how is this? What is this built with? Is this Volusion? Oh, it's WordPress. WordPress with WooCommerce. That sort of makes sense. I would update this UI first and foremost. 21 2 in stock. If you have more in stock than 10, I don't like putting in stock. If you have less than 10 in stock, then put in stock, because that's more likely to get people to buy. Add to basket. Where does this take me? That's good. So this drops up, and you have so many options here that it's okay that it doesn't go anywhere else. Same story with everyone else's site. Add some lifestyle images. It looks like it might be a drop shipping site. Sometimes that's hard to do. Y'all, just so you know, sometimes if you're drop shipping, sometimes all you need to do is take the products, buy the products yourself, take you and your friends out, go take a bunch of pictures of them, and then you just became the best drop shipper with those products because nobody else did that. So you need a unique value proposition, a unique selling proposition. Sometimes it's just that. Somebody said, all right, you just sold me on the backstage ticket. Does your mother know you're amazing? That's awesome. Thank you. She doesn't, by the way. My mom. No, I'm just kidding. My mom loves me. Need help with my shop. I never made a sale yet. Join the challenge. The challenge is free. If you don't know that, 3xshopify.com. The challenge is free. Stacy's Bling Boutique.com. Stacy's Bling. What a great name, Stacy. Boutique you. Man, I wish I could spell. I wish I could do a lot of things. You're going to have a tough time, Stacy. Anytime you have a full screen color, for whatever reason, this increases your bounce rate significantly. And honestly, I think it's because of porn sites. I think porn sites have taught people that if it's not, white background with a black text or like a normal looking site, that I'm on something that might be embarrassing. And I hope I didn't just offend anybody. So I'm not telling you that your site looks like a porn site. I'm just letting you know that I've tried to figure out why this is, because we gauge things like this, and the full color sites end up hurting. You also have a tough time. You'll notice that people don't read as well. We're acclimated to reading black text against a white background. So you want to make sure that I would just change up this theme. This has got to be Shopify. Yeah, this is Shopify. I'd change up your theme. I'm also, if I want to buy earrings, this should be clickable, and I should have an earring product here. Get product images and buy more, learn more type stuff. I'd go rebuild your theme here, Stacy, before you drive traffic to this. I'm sure your products are amazing, but I wouldn't drive traffic until your website's all figured out. Replay to this video. Yep, that's going to be inside of my YouTube channel. And y'all, I am so sorry. I've got a jet. I've got an all hands meeting with my team. I'm seeing some 10s though. Really appreciate y'all. Yeah, I go live every Friday morning at 9 o'clock Arizona time. So I'm going to be here again next Friday. If you join the challenge, you're going to see me on Monday at 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be live together for about 90 minutes. If you bought the Backstage Pass, we'll then do a Zoom meeting so we can see faces and connect. If I didn't get to your site, I'm so sorry. What I might try to do is, I can't promise this yet because it depends on what my kids are doing. But if I have time tomorrow, I'll try to do another live tomorrow. And if you show up, it'll be around 10 a.m. Pacific if I can do it. Let me drop that into my calendar while I'm thinking about it. If you show up and drop me your website, I'll try to do another one of these. It's on my calendar. So really appreciate y'all. So excited, so flattered to have, I think we had 40 people viewing live at one point was our peak. Like, what an amazing gift that is, to talk to that many people and, provide whatever value I can provide. So super grateful to everybody. And if I'm going to see you at the challenge,